Now, the eagerly anticipated rematch between Katie Taylor and Chantelle Cameron, it's set for the 3 Arena in Dublin on November 25th.
Wait, yes, earlier in the week I caught up with Katie on her quick visit home as she prepares for one of the biggest fights of her career. Let's take a look.
With 1,000 lies in a good disguise, hit 'em right between the eyes, hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see 'em running for their lives.
Katie, thanks for talking to us. Exciting news, the rematch against Chantelle. 6 months after that big one in the 3 Arena, you're not hanging around.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It's probably going to be the longest 6 months of my life waiting for this rematch, but I'm very, very grateful to have a chance at the rematch. Not every fighter has this opportunity. The last fight was obviously extremely disappointing, but I have a chance to get things right a second time round. I have a second chance, and I'm very, very grateful for that.
And you didn't hold back. I mean, you said that straight away after the fight. I look forward to the rematch because, listen, there was so much weight on your shoulders. It was the homecoming, you were doing your boxing out in Dundrum. Do you think that maybe the pressure maybe got to you in a sense?
I mean, I felt fairly relaxed, to be honest, during fight week. I didn't feel any extra pressure. I think every single fight's always your most important fight. This fight is obviously the most important in my career, just like the last one was and the one before that. So there's always pressure going into every single fight, but I can't say that the homecoming event affected me in that way. I think it just left the early rounds a bit too subjective, and that cost me the fight in the end.
That's what you think, the start, because to be fair to Chantelle, she started so fast.
Yeah, exactly, and I just got a bit outworked, I suppose, in the early rounds, but I guess after a loss, after every single fight, you have to tweak a few things. You're forced to analyse things even a bit more after a loss, and I've been here before, not as a pro, but at the elite amateur level, and I know how to make the necessary adjustments. I know how to come back stronger, and I'm just excited to have a chance to do that.
There's no doubt about it. You have that experience. Listen, I was there that night.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was rocking.
Yeah.
What gets me about boxing, though, I come from rugby background. We know the score.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
when it comes down to, you had the first judge, there was a draw. Then, of course, the second. Like, you've had some wonderful memories when that third judge announced. What was it like? Is it a sinking feeling?
Yeah, it's obviously a different feeling. That sport is so cruel, but it's so beautiful at times as well. There's one team celebrating and the other team is heartbroken. That's the beauty of sport, I suppose. And it was obviously a heartbreaking moment for me. Very, very disappointed. That's not how I wanted my homecoming to go, but you just take it on the chin and move on. I don't tend to dwell on things, and I never ever really look back on either my wins or losses, and I just want to just move on, and like I said, I have a chance to get things right a second time round.
And that's it, because I remember I saw a clip actually of you after the fight leaving the arena, and you could see the disappointment. Like, what did you do? Did you get away? What did you do? How did you recover from that?
I took a couple of weeks off after the fight. I spent a bit of time at home with family. That's usually what I do after every single fight. But just being surrounded by people who love you and who have your back, who want the best for you, it's always just uplifting, isn't it? Being surrounded by those kind of people. And regardless of whether I win or lose, those people are always going to be there to support me and love me, and so it was actually a lovely time at home with the family.
And sometimes, and I know only too well, that actually winning is great, but you actually find something inside you, something different that only a loss can bring out as well. Have you found that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's where all the growth happens sometimes, is during the setbacks, during the failures, during the losses. Unfortunately, it has to happen like that. I obviously wish I was sitting here as an undefeated professional boxer, but that's not the case. But I think anybody could only have one look at my career and know that I wanted to fight the very, very best in female boxing, and wanted to be involved in the biggest nights in female boxing. And my goal wasn't to have an easy route. I just wanted to be involved in these historic nights, and we have a chance to go again in November. Before the last fight, I was saying how important it was to bring big time boxing back to Ireland, and we have a chance to bring another big fight back. And every time we do that, I think it's just a special time for the whole nation. Boxing belongs at the forefront of Irish sport. It's one of our most successful sports, and we have a chance to do that again.
And you are the leading light in that, and to have your homecoming in Dublin, to have the rematch in Dublin, dare we say, if it goes to plan, do you think we could potentially have a decider in the likes of the Aviva, Croke Park? Imagine 82,000 Irish fans willing you on.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Let's see how the next one goes first, so we can talk about that. But that would be amazing, though.
Listen, and we all hope that it goes to plan exactly, but I know exactly what it is. Focus on the next game. You have to think that you have been such an inspiration, particularly in women's sport. And when you're seeing the success of women's sport, particularly in Ireland as well, you have Leona Maguire, the front of the papers of the Solheim Cup. We have the Irish women's football team. Did you follow the football? Do you enjoy looking, because you're living in America, but do you still follow a lot of Irish sport?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glued to the TV every time Irish athletes are performing, and the fact that the Irish football team just generated 35,000 at the Aviva Stadium a few days ago, that's absolutely remarkable. And I don't think anybody ever thought that was possible. Yeah. That's a history-making team in itself. Even the track and field at the World Athletics Championships a few weeks ago, you have Kieran McGeehan and Rashida, it's absolutely phenomenal athletes. It's amazing.
You must know half the football team though as well, do you?
I do actually. Still, I played with obviously lots of those girls, and it's just amazing to see how well they've done. And obviously, qualifying for the first World Cup was so special.
Do you find that inspiring for you that a lot of them use you as their inspiration?
It's very, very humbling, of course. It is very, very nice. But I'm looking at these girls thinking that they're absolutely phenomenal athletes. I think we're all generating inspiration from each other really over the last year or so. It's amazing to watch.
Well, listen, you have your chance to rewrite history again, November 25th, the rematch against Chantelle. What can people expect for the rematch?
Well, the last fight was obviously a toe-to-toe battle. Hopefully I can box a bit more clever this time, but of course I do love a good war.
You do?
It's going to be an amazing fight. I think both for styles, stylistically we just match up, and it's going to be maybe possibly another fight of the year. Before the last fight I expected the fight to be close. I knew it was going to be 1 or 2 rounds in it. Maybe this fight will be the same, but I just can't wait to step in there and hopefully make history.
Well, let's hope that you can come out the right side of it. A battle, we want to see a battle, but at the same time, you getting your arm lifted. Katie, listen, thank you.
Thank you
Pleasure
so
to
much.
catch up with you again.
You too.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.